Well, happy Tuesday to you. Welcome to the 522 Forum for the week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Praying for you guys today. Want to start with some good news, some positive notes. I know you guys have been out there making some contacts. I know you guys have been reaching out. I know we've been making 522 Basic number 5 that we talked about last week useful, putting it into practice, making contact with people outside of the group. Our attendance has been up. Past 2 weeks, we had 64 week before. This past Sunday, we had 59. That's up for us, and that's a good thing. I wanted to list off some names of people who were here this past Sunday who are either brand new to the concept of 522 or we haven't seen for quite a while, or folks we're trying to get regular. So here they are. Kevin and Ashley Patterson, their sons Isaac and Jacob, Tracy Roberts and her daughter Elizabeth, Rachel Woolley, first-timer, Rhonda and Emily Childress, Rhonda's a first-timer, Jerry and Joe Longino, Junior Longino hadn't been seeing much of, but he's coming back pretty regular these days, and Tommy and Clemma Parrish were here. That's a total of 14 people. 14 folks. That's a great job, groups. It's a great job not for you only as group leaders, but as providing leadership for the rest of your groups to reach out, to reach into lives, to pray for folks, to stay in contact with them, and we will help them form some positive habits that will be good for them, be good for the church, be good for the kingdom. So that's a beautiful thing. Thank you guys for that work. We want to continue to reach new people and connect people who are in worship, get them into small groups, and even if folks aren't connected yet in worship, to get them into small groups, we'll take it however we can get it. Last week we talked about 522 Basic number 5, which is regular contact with folks outside of your group. So I encourage you to be doing that. We talked last week about what pastoral sort of contacts you need to be making inside your group. It may simply be sending a text, sending a postcard, making a phone call, maybe even swinging by a hospital or something like that as it might be necessary. This week we're going to look at number 4, and number 4 is actually what's going on in your meeting time on Sundays. And so while we talk a lot about things that go on outside of your meeting time, certainly that meeting time each Sunday is very primary. We want to make sure that what we're doing there is useful and is helpful to folks, and that it's organized, and that we're doing everything we can to help draw people into discussion, thinking about Scripture, applying it to their lives, and then also making sure you're conducting some of the business for your group. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do this week, once again, the video will be a little bit shorter. I have attached a document to the forum this week. It's a PDF, and it's called Meeting Time and Facilitation Techniques. So it's just kind of a review. It looks something like this, and it has a review on it of the things we've been doing. It's got a schedule for our meeting times. It shows you once again the think, pair, share paradigm. It talks about how to reword and ask questions effectively. Then it also reminds you about some other discovery learning techniques that are in your 522 binder, techniques that you can use to connect with people. They're creative, they're different, they engage different learning styles, and it's a way to keep creativity in what you're doing, to vary your technique, and to connect with folks who learn in different ways. Inside your 522 binder, you're going to find lots of ideas, and they may be ideas you'll use directly, or they may spark other ideas in your mind you can use with your group. So I wanted to remind you of each of those things and to utilize them. And so in terms of the forum, we're going to be asking you this week to list what things you have done and what things have worked well. We want to encourage you always be utilizing some of the think, pair, share. You can do variations of the think, pair, share, but we encourage you to be using that. It's very helpful for folks who are extroverts to be pushed to kind of think a little bit first. And then it's good for folks who aren't as likely to talk quickly to have the time to think, but then be pushed to share. So we want to encourage you to utilize all these things. Please look through it this week and tell us what thing or what things are working well for you inside the forum time, okay? Please be remembering to connect with your folks this week. Remind them about March the 2nd, the high attendance day. Remind them to be reaching out to their folks, okay? I love you guys.